The following is a presentation of Muddy River News.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.
Hi, this is Ron Kincherf, and welcome to Muddy River News Business Spotlight, brought to you by Mercantile Bank. We have Melissa Burmester.
That's correct.
From Melissa B Interiors. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming in. All right, so you're moving, right?
We did move.
So what's new location?
So new location, 1840 Broadway. A lot more visibility, bigger location, a lot more storage. We're just super excited.
Okay, so I was going to ask you about that. So you have things, I don't want to say in stock necessarily, but to show?
Oh, yeah. We're full-blown retail, but we also have another portion to our business. There's the Melissa B side that's all the new stuff.
Okay.
I go to markets every year. I source products for different clients for projects we're working on new construction, or if somebody just wants a new piece of artwork to freshen up a space. That's the Melissa B side.
Okay.
And then I own C3 Home, which is kind of a division of Melissa B Interiors.
Okay.
And that's where we have consignments. We bring consignments in for clients. Like, I'll be working on a home, and let's say they're just freshening up their space and they're kind of changing their style and their color palette, and maybe they have some artwork or a chair that they want to bring in. We'll sell that for them on consignment at a 50-50 split.
Okay.
And then we also buy closeouts. So we buy trailer loads of discontinued merchandise from vendors that I sell on the Melissa B side. Mm-hmm. So great prices, new products.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot.
So if I don't use your design talents, can I still shop at your place?
Oh,
I'm assuming yes, right?
Yeah, definitely. People walk in just to look to see what's going on. Or I like to say that our shop is great for inspiration. Mm-hmm. Maybe you come in and you want to do something new to your bedroom or your living room, and you just can't decide what you want to do. I always tell people, come in and be inspired.
Right.
Come take a look around, find that perfect piece of artwork or that color palette or something interesting that you love that is a must for the room, and then start your whole decorating from there.
So what type of stuff do you have in stock then?
Oh, what don't I have in stock is more the question.
Okay, so do you, paintings, artwork?
I have artwork, I have mirrors, I have area rugs, I have furniture pieces.
Oh, really?
I have lamps, I have candles, I have vases, I have greenery, all kinds of things.
So if you had to define what you carry, I mean, you don't carry, like you said, furniture pieces, but I'm assuming you don't carry like a desk like this, or is it more?
No, we actually have tables, chairs,
Really?
bar
Okay.
stools. I probably have right now, because we buy a lot of closeout bar stools and dining chairs. I mean, if I said I had 500 bar stools, 500 bar stools. They're all closeouts, great prices, but that's not all we do. It's full-blown interior design work as far as you're just not going to come in and see, like a whole bunch of sofas in there.
Right.
There's a sofa here. There's accent chairs here. We've got queen-size beds set up, fully decked out with bedding and pillows and throws. Mm-hmm. So
do you sell the bedding?
We sell everything.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know you did that.
You have missed out.
I have missed out.
You
I
have
thought
got to come see us.
I always thought that your primary focus was, I'm redoing a room. You guys come in and help me design the room.
Service side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot of the service side, and a big, huge portion of our business is custom window treatments. We do blinds, shutters, shades, custom drapes, and we also sell ready-made drapes. So we kind of found a sweet spot in between having custom products for people, but also the people that just come in off the street and they just say, hey, I need a couple new panels, and we sell them, we stock them.
I bet the custom part is really big in this area because a lot of these homes are so old that they weren't necessarily built towards spec, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's always interesting because somebody will always come in and they'll say, hey, I need a new blind, and it's just a standard size, and I kind of chuckle and laugh. There's no
such standard around here.
They're called custom blinds.
Right. So how did this all get started? How long have you been around? And
oh, goodness.
how did Melissa decide I'm going to open my own business?
So Melissa decided she was going to open up her own business over 20 years ago. I worked for JCPenney's as a buyer for about 12, so I've got a ton of buying experience. Well, when I left Penny's, I was a buyer for 78 stores across 10 states.
Okay.
And I was down in the St. Louis area. I'm a Quincy girl. Was pregnant with my second child, decided we wanted to come back to Quincy, or I wanted to come back to Quincy. My husband was from Champaign. Worked for Penny's, and they wanted me to go down to Plano, Texas to their corporate office. I decided not to do that.
Right.
I did, at the time, my husband was a financial advisor. I did everything he would tell people not to do. I took a severance package and threw it into my own business.
Okay.
So now we're 21, 22 years into it. I've been on Jefferson Street for 17 years. We just keep growing and growing and growing, and it was time just to jump out there on Broadway.
So when you first started this, what did you offer?
I offered pretty much all the same things, not so much of the service. What we found to really kind of make us different was people could come into the store and they could see all these beautiful displays of bedding and window treatments. But if I sold them that and they went home and they tried to put that window treatment up or create that bed look, they couldn't do it. And then the things would come back. So I had to solidify the sale by going out and helping people to recreate that look in their home.
So I'm assuming you charge for that service.
Yes.
So how do you differentiate just coming out to a house and making suggestions versus going out there and actually setting up the beds and all that type of stuff?
Well, it's whatever the customer needs.
Okay.
I can be as involved or as uninvolved as what they would like. Sometimes people will call me and say, hey, can I book an hour with you? And I just want you to come through and give me some new ideas for paint colors, or we're going to replace our cabinets, or we're going to do new flooring. And those are all great projects for me. But to be quite honest, whenever I go out there, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to sell them some products that we sell.
Right.
So the service side is just an added plus. But we are, like I said, a full-blown retailer.
So if you came out, do you do kitchens?
Yes.
So you'll do any room in the house basically, right?
Yeah, I don't sell cabinets. So if somebody said they wanted to redo their kitchen, I always tell them I don't have a preference of who you're going to buy your cabinets through, who you're going to do your flooring through, who you're going to do your paint floor through. Just let me know, and then I can go to those places and I can select some options for you, and then I can meet with you. And then most of the time, we're going to turn that back over to the kitchen store and the designer there, because they've got all these great AutoCAD designs, and they can throw it all up on a computer and show you what it's going to look like.
Now, that service you just offered, is that a billable? Like if you came out for my kitchen?
Yes.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Do you want to schedule an appointment?
No, we just had our kitchen redone. I would have loved it. I didn't know you did. So.
Well, and I work on a lot of new construction projects.
Right.
And the interesting thing about that is that I have had numerous people over the years. They'll be like, at first, whenever you sit down and you say, okay, I'm going to charge you by the hour for this project. And then they're like, it's usually the husband that's kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to spend that much money. We're building this new house. By the time the project's over, the husband is thanking me on all the thousands of dollars they saved in making mistakes by having me around. So
yeah, I can imagine that. Do you have agreements? So how much of the installation do you guys do? And if it's beyond your skill set, do you have agreements with contractors, or is that up to the customer?
So whenever you buy a custom window treatment product from us, we offer free measure and free install in the Quincy city limits. So the only person that's going to come out to measure your home or install your product is myself or my husband. Now, he works a full-time job, so this is his second full-time job, he calls it. So he does a lot of installs and things like that on the weekends and of an evening, which actually usually works well for our clients.
It's probably a better fit for a lot of them.
But we do all of that. We've talked about hiring installers before, but nobody's going to do it like the business owner's going to do it.
Right.
So we prefer that.
Do you do commercial work?
Yes, we do. I've done several projects in town, just like I said, whatever anybody needs. I do more residential, but there are definitely commercial projects. I just recently went out and helped Holly Keene out at the airport, and we did some furniture selections and helped her kind of set the area out at the airport.
So what makes you an expert at this? Is it your buying experience at JCPenney's, or?
Well, first of all, I've got a ton of experience through JCPenney's, and I used to always fall back to that JCPenney's, but I've been doing this on my own for twice as long as I did it for JCPenney's. So a lot of it is just experience and knowledge. Like I said, I go to markets. I take a lot of those classes when we're at markets so we can learn new things. But yeah, just design. I think people think that there is a right and wrong way, and there's really no rules to decorating. It's kind of like what you like in your home. So I tell people whenever I come out to your house, my goal isn't to design it to look like my house. My goal is to design it to look the way that you want it to look for you.
But if you did something for me, and do you ever go like, oh boy, I just don't think that's going to work? Is that part of what you're supposed to do?
Well, I can tell you I've turned down some jobs before.
Okay.
Because of what they wanted to do, and I would be like, there's no way I'm putting my name on that. I would rather lose the money than put my name on a few of those jobs.
Do you do outside work? Like if somebody has a sun porch or, I don't know.
Well, I just worked on a home inside for a client, and then she liked how everything turned out so well. She started sending me samples of siding and brick and outdoor lighting and things like that, and asked me to help her select those things. So I do that quite often, usually more of that with new construction. And with that being said, too, one thing I didn't tell you that we sell is lighting. There's not a lot of lighting options in Quincy. You can go to your big box stores, but sometimes somebody wants a chandelier in their house, or a nice dining room table light or an island light that you're not just going to see at one of the big box stores, and we sell that. We don't stock those. Those are all special orders.
So how does your pricing compare to the box store prices?
Well, they always talk about pricing and trying to have the best price or, the best quality. I've found over the last 20-some years, you can't be everything to everybody. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to come in and they're going to look at something in my shop, and they might go and shop it online just to kind of compare prices. I think we have spectacular service. I think we've got a spectacular product, and I think we've got it at a fair price.
Do you do a lot of work with realtors?
Yes, yeah.
In what way?
I had a realtor that used to always call me, and before he would put a house on the market, he would say, hey, I want you to come through and take a look at this house and give them some suggestions on what they might want to do before we put the for sale sign out there.
Gotcha. Do you do staging then?
I have in the past.
Okay.
I just found that I just don't have a whole lot of time to do that as much anymore. Once again, we're just so busy with the custom window treatments and the design part, and then actually running the business that, you can only do so much.
Right. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, it was great.
Enlightening.
Yeah.
And again, you've moved over on Broadway, right?
Yes, 1840 Broadway. Big, nice, big location, lots of windows, ton of storage, all in one place.
Well, thanks for coming in. All right,
Thanks.
Melissa Burmester.
Yep.
Right, got it right. From Melissa Interiors, Melissa B Interiors.
Yes.
I'm Ron Kinshirf. This has been the Business Spotlight, brought to you by Mercantile Bank.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan, or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.
Muddy River News. Our home, our news.